guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and choosing to spend some time with us. My name is Zanele. I run this channel with my sister Kosi, and we make and share faith-based content on YouTube. So if you guys are new in your walk with Christ or have been a Christian for most of your life, this is definitely the channel where you can get some inspiration, where we can learn from each other. So please make sure to subscribe. Today I want to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart and I think it's a topic we really don't talk enough about, and it is personal finances and practical money saving tips. Guys, if there's one thing, like probably if I wasn't in the career field I would be in, I would definitely be in finance, but not like accounting or anything, just like personal finances in general. It is the content that I consume the most. I consume most of financial content, even on YouTube. I'm more, on my social media, I follow mostly, personal finance saving, pages. It's a topic that I'm really passionate about. It's a topic that I really want us to start talking about because it affects everyone, So I think we should stop shying away from talking about money. Let's have honest money conversations. Let's learn from each other. And yeah, let's just get together on this train of, going into financial freedom. Some of the tips that I hear today are things that I've definitely applied in my life. So I'm very excited to share them with you. They've been tried, they've been tested, and they work. Okay, so make sure to write these down or save this video or share this video so we can all start implementing these simple tricks of money. Now, the first thing that I do want to share that has always been a bother to me was that when I watch content around money, especially about videos like this around, money saving tips and tricks, people tend to generalize. And one thing that I know for sure is that in life, there are two types of people. There's the A that are currently in debt, that don't have that much disposable income after all their debit orders and everything else. And then there's a B category of people that have, are probably coming out of debt or just come out of debt and are trying to expand their money portfolios. I think it's very dangerous when you're talking about money to just generalize. I think it's very important for people to figure out in which column or which bucket they fall under, and then use the tips and tricks that are applicable to their current situation. And so what I'll do for this video is I will split it into two. So the A will just be people that are currently in debt and what they can do and try and implement on a monthly basis to get them out of debt. And then there's the B of people that are have come out of debt possibly and are now just trying to expand and grow in terms of their personal finance portfolio. So let's get into it. Okay, now column A, right? These are the people that are currently in debt. My number one tips and tricks on money is practice discipline. I know this is not like a practical, tip, but it is a very important element in how you manage your money. If you decide to not be disciplined with whatever that you have set as an objective for yourself, you are not going to reach your goals. So discipline. It is not the easiest thing, especially once you are, have decided what your money goals will be. It's not the easiest thing to know at the back of your mind that you do have money, but to not use it. It takes a certain type of, a disciplined muscle for you to really practice some of these tips. So my tip number one is make a commitment that you will be disciplined. That is the one thing that will save you. That's the one thing that will get you out of debt. It's the one thing that I would truly recommend you work on before you even go on this journey. So that's number one. Number two, my biggest advice around this is forget about saving for now. Okay, the most important thing, if you found a way on how to better manage your finances, is to finish off your debt. I read so many articles. I was actually reading an article this past week around, what can one do? What's more important between finishing off your debt or starting a savings account? Because I mean, if you're going to have savings, that's basically money that is left over that you want to put aside. However, if your credit card is still sitting at 100,000, would you not rather take that and put it here? So it's very important that you focus on the focus right now. Definitely it's good to save, but try to rather finish off your debt. And if there's any sort of income or any other money that's left over after your debit orders, I would advise that you rather put it towards a credit card payment or personal loan payment, rather than to open up a savings account. Rather know that once you start with your savings, whether it's an emergency fund, etc., that your slate is clean when it comes to debt. Okay, so make that. Number 3, separate the necessary from the unnecessary. Separate the wants from the needs. Separate the I've run out of things, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Know that you need to separate the two. If you are currently in debt and your goal is to get out of debt, there are certain sacrifices and things that, listen, I know for sure we've convinced ourselves that it's a need, but in actual fact, it's a want. So some of the examples here are like nails. Great that you have nails. You look good, definitely, but it is not a necessity. Doing your nails every single month is a want. If you truly are serious about getting out of debt, that 300 Rand for a manicure, pedicure, or that 200 Rand for, I don't know, putting acrylic tips, that can really make a difference between you getting out of debt now or getting out of debt in 6 months' time. Try and see, of all of the expenses that you have, what exactly is a want and what is a need. Everything that's a want can wait. Trust me, it can. Okay, I've spoken to a friend of mine who even said they had a weakness around shopping for clothes, and they decided that to not go into the mall and come out with bags and bags of clothes every single month. If they walk through a mall, they'll just take one top or they'll take one jean. Try and minimize those things. Remember, you are working towards a goal that can be achieved. Okay, it really can be achieved. It just requires a certain level of discipline and certain tough decisions like these. So guys, nails, hair, clothes, not important right now. If you're working from home, capitalize on this. Okay, really, we've never had such a best time to figure out what we need to save on and what we need to spend on. Sit with your finances and really analyze what are your wants and what are your needs. Number 4, take away your triggers. Oh my gosh, this is like okay, so I remember for me, I know I'm like a sucker for fast food, right? I love my KFC Boxmaster, Zinger Boxmaster with no cheese is like my everything. Okay, and I realized that having a Mr. Delivery app on my phone is a trigger. I was spending, guys, so much money on these food delivery services, Uber Eats, Mr. Delivery. It was really chowing away at my finances. So that was a trigger for me, and I decided to remove the app on my phone. So if I truly feel like I definitely need a Boxmaster, then I will get into my car and go and get it. And that just requires too much effort, right? So whatever is a trigger for you, make sure that you remove that. Something that also worked for me, well, I don't really have a weakness for like shopping, whatever, but if you're someone that really struggles with shopping, if you're gonna go to a mall and you know that you will pass Cotton On and you'll pass Mr. Price or you'll pass Zara to go to wherever that you want to, rather park at a different entrance. If you are going to a Pick n Pay, park closer to the Pick n Pay, go into Pick n Pay, go out, go home. Okay, move away the triggers. Know what triggers you in spending money and make sure that you move away from that, because truly triggers one of the easiest way that we can fall back into our habits. I remember my husband told me about a colleague of his who had different loan sharks numbers on his phone, and he knew that every time cash runs low, he has a loan sharks number and he will call Lumashonisa to lend him money. Delete those people's numbers. Make sure that you don't have anything that will make it very easy for you to fall back on. Okay, and number 5, try to understand your situation and don't keep up with anyone. I know there's a famous saying that says don't keep up with the Joneses or whatever. Guys, finances are something that is very personal. Like I said, people don't like to share their finances, and so many people fall into the trap of getting sunk deeper and deeper into debt because they want to keep up. Okay, know your situation, know exactly what you are working towards, and trust me, with blocking everyone else and what everyone is buying and what everyone is doing will help you. I remember when my husband and I were saving for our wedding, I was very adamant to say to my friends, I can't meet up. Like, I can't meet up because meeting up equals petrol to get there. When we get there, we need to buy food. We possibly would want to get dessert, whatever that is money. So if I know I'm working towards a specific money goals, I don't mind telling my friends, listen, I can't do this right now. Let's possibly look at doing it in 2 months time or 3 months time or whatever. It sucks. It really, really sucks, but please just make sure that you try and you practice and implement some of these things. Your pocket, your wallet, your bank account will thank me later. Okay, so let's recap for the people that are currently in debt. Remember guys, being in debt is just something you are going through. You're not going to stay there. I truly, truly believe that. So number one, for the people that are currently in debt, practice discipline. Make a commitment to be disciplined. Forget about savings for now. Try and just finish off your debt. Separate your wants from your needs, your necessities from things that are so unnecessary. Number four, take away any triggers. Find out what triggers you to be able to spend money and take those away. And number five, don't keep up with the Joneses. This will really, really help you guys to move away from debt. Okay, practice these things and let me know how they work in your life. Okay. Then we get into the second group of people, and these are people that have probably just come out of debt, or people that, you know, are doing quite okay financially and they just want to see how to, you know, get to that next step. The most important thing for me is now start saving. Okay, now you've cleared up all of your debt. You probably just have your car, you know the big things that you are owing. Try and, you know, make sure that you capitalize on your savings. Figure out what's going to work for you. Do you want to automate your savings? Do you want to first create an emergency fund? Do you want to you know, save up for a specific goal of something you've always wanted to achieve? Make sure that you put your savings goals as things that you know for sure you will start working towards. I know for some people, automating a saving and, you know, it comes off automatically from one account to another really helps. Some people are disciplined to be able to transfer that money as soon as it goes in. Figure out what works for you. I know for me right now, I'm working towards creating an emergency fund of about 6 to 12 months. So should anything happen to my job, should anything happen to my income streams, I know for sure that I will have an emergency fund that will last us for 6 to 12 months. Okay, decide what is the goal. You can't just put money away and you don't have a goal for it. For me, if I know, like I said earlier, as we were saving for our wedding, I knew that was the goal, and knowing the goal will give you an emotional attachment to attaining that goal, and so you won't want to disappoint yourself. If you're just putting money away for the sake of having money put away, I think it will be more likely that you will go back and tap into those savings. Okay, that's number one. Number two, very important that you split your money. I know for me, this is a method that works like magic. When my salary comes in, guys, this works. Okay, just try it. It works. Okay. When your money comes in, if you get paid on the last day of the month, on the 25th, do this. Okay, like I'm like really being practical now. Okay, so this is me. It's the 25th or it's the 31st and I've just received my salary. I've calculated how much my debit orders are, so I know exactly how much my debit orders are. I will take, you know, all of my expenses and debit orders, and I know, let's just say that's 5,000 Rand. That's all of my debit orders, right? I know that's 5,000 Rand. I'll take my salary and take everything out of my account and only leave the 5,000 Rand. So only leave the amount that is equivalent to your debit orders, and I move that into a, what's this, a 32-day or whatever else, into a separate account, whether I bank with FNB, so I move it to a savings pocket. That's what they call it a savings pocket, and in my account I will only have this 5,000 Rand. Now, as much as this is my payday, it triggers something in my mind to say I actually don't have money. Because people go wild on payday, people buy takeaways, people, you know, and I know I grew up in a household where if it was the 15th and my dad was paid, we were gonna eat something, you know. now I don't, because I know I don't have money, and the scariest thing for me is to spend money that I know is not mine. So 5,000 Rand is what your debit orders equate to. Leave that 5,000 Rand as is and move everything. On the last day that your debit orders are going to be coming off of your account, then you can start putting your money back. Now, this will trick you to say, I mean, I know for me, my debit orders run for about 3 days. So my payday is not on the 25th, it's actually on the 28th after the last debit order. Guys, this works. I literally, I mean, for me, I get paid subconsciously, I get paid on the 28th of the month, and that's because I've split my money. You find that for some people, payday comes through, they spend all of that money and they end up owing to what the debit orders need to be. Split that money, tell yourself you don't have money up until the last day of your debit orders, and trust me, that will work. Okay, so try splitting your money. And then the third one is don't invest yet. Okay, investing is I'm learning now as I'm like starting to open up my my equity funds and all of that stuff. Investing is a monster, and you need to tread very carefully. This is not trading, this is investing. So putting your money into unit trusts and all of that stuff, which we can, you know, we can do a video about it. But try not to invest yet. Try and make sure that you have saved. Once you have your emergency fund, then you can have your savings for house renovations that you want to do and whatever that it is. Okay, and then while you're doing that, you can then start, you know, learning about investing, attending whatever seminars that you need to, just educating yourself more, so that once you open up that chapter, you know exactly what's needed. But also you would have learned that muscle of discipline that is also important through the savings accounts that you would have. So it's very, very important. And then number 4, I don't even know if this is number 4, I don't know, is very important to stick to your money goals. Don't chop and change what money goals you are going after. If for now you are just trying to bury yourself into creating an emergency fund, do that. That is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Focus on that. The moment you have too many different goals and you're stretching yourself too thin. I remember at some point I was wanting to create too many savings buckets, and it ends up being very what can I say? It ends up being very draining for you. You don't enjoy saving. You don't see what you're saving towards. So just make sure that your money goals are very, very specific. Okay. I actually have more things on my list, but I realized that if I want to make this a series, there's definitely certain things that we can tap into later. So very important, if there's 2 things that you take away from this video, is number 1, figure out which category you fall under. Are you still someone that's trying to get out of debt? And if so, apply those to yourself. If you are someone that has gotten out of debt, start applying and start expanding and stretching yourself. Remember, it's not just about getting out of debt. That is step 1. Then there's still, you know, a whole other world for you to explore for financial freedom. I truly believe that, you know, God did not mean for money to give us stress. Money was meant to be the tool to get us what we want. The key here, I think, and this is just my non-financial expert thinking, my thing is we probably have not mastered the art of management, right? I think I watched something from Miles Monroe, and he was saying that he believes that life is God's ultimate management training program. That blew my mind, right? Because if you think about it, in life, it's all about how you manage. It's about how you manage relationships, how you manage the positions you are given in, how you manage your career, and how you manage your finances even. So everything is a test on how we manage. And I hope that this video has helped you guys to be able to know how to manage your finances and really get to that point. Money was never meant to stress us. It was always meant to be something that we need to use as a tool to help people to get what we want, to move ourselves from point A to point B. So if right now money is a huge stress factor, it's causing your depression, it's causing your lack of self-confidence, remember you do have the power to take back control of your life by cutting out that debt. Okay, it's really it's possible. I've seen it, I've spoken to so many people. It really is possible. And there's a video that I'm trying to put together on how people with very little income can still make sure that they reach their financial goals. Some of these tips and tricks are completely mind-blowing, and I think it's very important for me to share. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video, I know I enjoyed talking about it, I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe, comment, and share. And guys, listen, when we say this, please, we truly mean it. Please subscribe, please comment, please share. It helps the algorithm, it helps to get our videos out there more so that more people can know about the channel and they can consume our content. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I hope that this video was truly helpful. May you always stay blessed. Bye.